New construction homes this year are absolutely out of control and they need to be stopped. The build quality of these new homes are atrocious. There's a new trend on social media where home inspectors are going into these new construction and new build homes and exposing them for the horrible craftsmanship and work quality that these contractors or builders are putting up. And it is shocking to see the corners that are being cut. Now, this is going to be episode 3 in our series of new construction home insanity, so I highly recommend you check out the previous ones. Now, if you're a homeowner, a builder, or work in the trades, let me know your thoughts on what is going on with these new construction homes down in the comment section below, because the things I'm about to show you are absolutely insane. Otherwise, let's get right into today's episode. Oh yes, the $700,000 home. Are we just going to ignore the fact that that staircase, that foldable staircase that gives you access to the attic doesn't even fold down all the way? Like it's hitting the wall and needs to be shortened or something, or it was installed backwards. But no, let's focus on the fact that it's missing a nut, which honestly doesn't seem like it's going to be a problem if you can't even access the stairs itself because they don't open. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I wonder what those wires are even for. Just an open ground wire? I love the pointer. Nice entryway for bugs. I'm honestly feeling like I'm slowly going to become a top-notch professional home inspector by the time we're done watching these videos or making this series on the channel. Yes, that is an entryway for bugs. Still water in your drains is lovely. Bacteria. That's a roofing nail that's exposed. Oh, that's the best. Wow. I actually wonder who has to pay for that, to have that water leaking there. Was that before or after the meter? That's going to be the big question. And as for cracking walls, it seems like this is a common thing, especially in my apartment. I have the same exact walls behind me, if you can't tell. And in every single corner in this apartment, this modern apartment, every single wall has cracks here. Like, I'll literally pause the video after this and go up to the walls in my office and show you. I have the same exact thing, and they will never fix this. From what I was told, it's when the house settles or something, these cracks in the drywall, and this is like the crappiest paint that I've ever seen. This type of like chalky paint. I tried wiping a bug off that I killed on the wall, and I took the paint off, like down to the drywall underneath it. So for example, let's check out the walls in the office, and look at that. More cracks all the way up and down the wall. And the first floor seems to have more cracks. This goes all the way down the wall. I don't know if it will actually do anything. I wonder if that's even a problem. Oh, it's leaking, I think. Oh, yep, there it is. And keep in mind, this is a $700,000 home. That's what I can't even wrap my head around. Like, I am in the process of looking for homes. I was looking in Nashville, Tennessee, like Murfreesboro and Mount Juliet, and now I'm checking out areas in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I believe right below it in South Carolina. I'm looking in that area too, as I am so done with Florida. Respectfully, you know, for those that live here, it's lovely. I like it, but to just live here year round, it's driving me nuts. So I wanted to read a couple of the comments left on the previous video because I think they're hysterical. Somebody says, I appreciate how judgmental the pointy finger makes it. Is it just me, or do the folding chairs have a bigger problem? Yeah, then that missing ring thing, the nut on the end of it. Yeah, there is quite a big problem. I'm glad I'm not the only person to notice that the entire staircase won't even open because it hits the wall, and we're over here worried about the little bolt, the little nut on the holding the stairs together, which is hysterical. Please tell me you send this exact video to your buyers. Yes. When I go and buy a house, this is how I want my home inspector to send me a video doing his inspection. That would be the highlight of my day. I hope you send the report to the builder just like this. Seriously, because It's so obvious the mistakes in these homes and they just glance over it. Like it's at this point that whoever installed that knew it wouldn't open all the way because they have to test it out. Duh. I have a hard time believing that they didn't notice that wouldn't open and they just ignore it. And then they hope and they pray that the home inspector or you, the buyer, is just not going to find the mistakes. Or when you do, it's too late for whatever warranty. Or let's say the home inspector only finds, 80% of the 100% of the mistakes that they know they have to fix. Well, then guess what? They saved out on 20% of the work that they would have had to have done had they have done it before the home inspector. You know what I'm saying? So either way, we're cutting corners here and it pisses me off because no longer do I ever want to purchase a new home.
Yes, I took my chose off. This is always the case.
Chose.
It's nice.
I already know what we're going to find.
Dang, my knee
We're
just
starting it
popped
off
so
with
hard.
chose.
But yeah, all of this is left unfinished. So here we have another bay window. Remember what I said about checking under.
Yeah.
All of this is left unfinished.
All for
and
bugs
exposed.
to go in and for the AC to escape or
Wide
whatever.
open.
This is unbelievable.
Here we have more gaps. Big enough for a rat to fit in.
Oh my
Some of the
gosh.
downspouts are damaged.
This is what I'm saying. Who is going to ignore that? You're telling me the people that put up the gutters or the builders that build the house just didn't notice this? Give me a break. Obviously, they noticed it and they did nothing and they were hoping to skate by and not have to deal with it, or they'll just keep passing the blame. Like, who's going to fix this now?
And they're draining near the property. Saturation built
Oh, it
up on
drains
the
back
sides of
into the
home.
property, right? Aren't those all flipped around? Shouldn't they be the other way around? Not draining back towards the property. They should be draining away. It's all dead
Painted
grass.
the door before it was installed.
Cutting more
We're
corners.
at the back of the house. This is the vent for the fireplace. It's not sealed around. You can see the gaps.
Which means bugs and things can go in.
The toilet, and it should be GFCI protected, but it's not.
Knew it.
We have some grout separation.
Uh-huh.
Not only is the cover missing for this fixture, but it's also crooked.
What kind of fan is that?
No control at the switch, and nobody can reach those pull chains.
Lovely.
We have separations at the cabinetry. This door is squeaking.
Oh.
Gaps at the front entryway. Light separation in some of the trim work around the home.
Yep.
Little separations here.
Yeah, like more and more separation. See, here's the thing that I start to think about. It's like, not only do we have poor construction, and not only do we have poor build quality, but then let's not even forget the materials that are used in the build are also cheap and junky and just press board. And, I don't want to say IKEA furniture is bad. I love IKEA, but you get my point. It's just the cheapest of the cheapest stuff and building material, whatever they can source for the cheapest. Like if it's B grade material, they'll take it and throw it up. And then somehow we get a price of $700,000, which I'd love to know where that comes from. And then we sell it as a new construction. Beautiful, luxury, minimalistic, aesthetic. Give me a break. I got a question for you guys. At what year is a cutoff for purchasing a home? I'm asking you homeowners. I'm asking you in the trades. I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to watch these videos, some realtors, things like that. What's that age? Are we talking anything before 2010 is considered an appropriate age where you're not going to find all this junk and cheap building materials? Or are we looking at 2000s? Is 2000s the cutoff? Is there certain manufacturers that we're avoiding? I don't know. I'm curious. I would like to be purchasing a home soon, so these are valid questions that I would like to get answered. And they worried about chose indoors. They got bigger issues. Yeah, I'd say so. They're over here writing chose. You can't have your chose indoors, but everything in the house is falling apart. See, I'm right here with this person. You knew they was going to cut corners by the spelling. We knew corners were about to be cut just by their greeting for entering the house. $380,000 in new construction. That's actually pretty cheap. Here we go with Mr. Pointy. What? I don't even know. Wow, that is a massive hole. Oh my God, you could get inside the house. What is that, aluminum tape to cover it? That looks like a 30-year-old rotting piece of wood that is on the side of the house, and then they painted over it. You know what I'm saying? What the heck is that? What is it, tile? Like fake wood tile or something? Ugh. What is it, broken? Yes, it is. The glass is broken in that. The roof is blowing off. You know, it's crazy to me. Yet again, my thought is, the one thing they teach you, that they always talk about with homeownership is, oh, you got to keep up with maintenance. It's going to be expensive. Oh, when you have to get your boiler replaced, or your water tank, it's going to be expensive. And when your roof goes, it lasts, 10 to 15 years or whatever it is, 15 to 20 years. It's going to be expensive to replace it. And then it's like 10 grand or 15 grand, let's say, to get your roof done. And I don't believe insurance covers it. And then you find out that this is the craftsmanship and the quality that you're going to get. That every time the wind blows 5 miles per hour, all the shingles will just flip up like my hairpiece. No, this is real hair, FYI. Please tell me the photos in the report have the little finger. Yeah, I really like this home inspector. It's $380,000 because it was built in 380 minutes. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, where are you going to find a $380,000 home? And honestly, that's the type of craftsmanship I would expect now for a $380,000 house, considering we just saw him do a $700,000 house with the same mistakes. The shingle toupee blowing in the wind has me cackling because it's so true. House prices should go down for everything that was found done incorrectly. Yeah, seriously, I'm going to take off like $3,000 for every single incorrect and improper thing here because I truly cannot believe that this was a mistake and that they missed it and just, didn't see it coming. I truly believe it's just ignorance and they are purposely not fixing these mistakes and just passing the blame and don't care to deal with it. And they'd hope, like I said, that most of them don't get found because then it's not their problem and they have less work to do.
Someone forgot to take a nail out in the driveway.
What?
And you don't want to caulk. You didn't want to caulk anything. Oh, this looks nice.
What's with all the dead, like...
Whoops.
Oh my
House
God.
is ready. It is ready. Man, I can't even put it back in there.
I can't. He just pulled the whole brick out.
Let's take a look up here. See what we got.
So
They didn't finish that one.
you can go in it. It's a massive hole.
They didn't finish.
And you'd never think to look in that. And can somebody also explain to me what's good with this grass? Like, why are they putting out sod if they're not going to water it and it's going to die? Like, honestly, I would think a house without grass and just dirt would probably look better because I know it's unfinished than you putting out grass and then coming to view the house and it's all dead afterwards. And now I have to spend more money ripping it all up, throwing it out, and buying new grass. To me, it's like the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Why put out grass that's going to die and you're not going to, take care of it?
That one. Birds are going to love this house.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're so going to go in there.
They are going to love it.
What? What's it held together? It's held together by Bluetooth and air? The cheapest materials.
Important.
Remember when people used to make fun of DIYers because they weren't professionals and probably did it wrong? Turns out those guys are doing better quality than the professionals. Yeah. Heck yeah. You know what's crazy? This is why I no longer let mechanics work on my cars, because this type of shoddy work is not just found in new construction. Now, don't get me wrong. There's plenty of builders out there that do a great job, and there's plenty of mechanics out there that do a great job. But my introduction into owning a car and car maintenance and getting oil changes done by Euro shops and other work done by other companies, they are always out to fleece you. And more times than not, they don't fix the problems or they create more problems. So because of that, I have completely stopped going to mechanics for like anything. I will try my hardest to get it all done by myself as much as possible before I ever step foot in a mechanic shop, and certainly not the dealership. I will never step foot in a dealership unless it's free or warranted. Hopefully you guys have seen that on my episode on how new cars are horrible. If you haven't seen that, I highly recommend you check it out. Tell me if this is acceptable. New homes going up in Texas. Not seeing it yet. Sheathing is a thing of the past. Tar paper and smart lap siding for exterior walls, no OSB. Ain't no way we're not putting up exterior walls. I guess OSB is like plywood. I think it's even a cheaper version, although some of you guys, I think, were coming at me that were in the trades or are carpenters or something, that it's just as sturdy as plywood. The OSB, for those that don't know, it's basically like bark chips that have been chopped up, and then they pressurize it and squeeze it to make boards with glue, and that's all it is. And I've heard from lots of people that it's bad, but I've also heard the other way around. But well, we're not even using that at this point. Now we're just using some flimsy paper. We're literally going back to like the Three Little Pigs, and instead of building houses out of brick, we're building them out of straw. This is truly unbelievable. What's that sound? This is gonna be really bad. Oh my god. This is crazy. Imagine buying that house. Windows after the siding. How would you even hang up like a poster? Like, there's nothing going to be in your walls. I can't imagine trying to, get that house heated unless that's all that there's got to be. It's just that piece, siding, and then some insulation, so, fiberglass insulation, and that's it. The comments say, in Germany, we have these as well to store our lawnmowers and tools. Yeah, that's a shed. That's what they're building. Well, when you diminish regulations and oversight and encourage profit over all else, quality is no longer a factor in production. It's about to get so much worse. Well, if you need to get out quickly in case of an emergency, you could just run through the wall. Good thing Texas isn't prone to high winds, tornadoes, or hurricanes. Otherwise, that flimsy construction might be an issue. Yeah, the whole house. What is it, The Wizard of Oz? The whole house is going to get sent up. Shopping for wood, our chicken coop, and this happened.
Your reaction was priceless.
I mean, that literally explains the entire video. That's it. That's the wood that they're selling. That the dude literally picked it up and it snapped in half. And here you go. And that's what we're building $700,000 houses with. Yes. And I'm willing to bet that was the straightest piece of wood in the whole stack. That's quality for you.
And we had some crazy storms in DFW last night. Look at that, porta potty's falling over. Good thing I don't have to use the bathroom. Oh, also house is falling over.
The whole house.
Look at that. Goodness.
The whole house.
And another one. And
what is this
one.
built out of?
And one more. Yeah, what's funny, but also not funny, is how many people comment, just one good strong wind and the house is falling over.
Literally. Seriously.
Yep.
Part of me is a little nervous to be in this house right now, to be quite honest with you.
I don't think there is a single nut on any of these anchor bolts in this whole house.
So it's just is that what's holding this whole house down?
Missing there, missing there.
So it just gets lifted off.
Missing a wall. So it's still windy outside, and I am walking on eggshells in this house.
Wow.
I feel like if I fart too loud, the whole thing's going to come down.
You know what's even crazier than these houses getting blown down because they're built out of straw like the Three Little Pigs? It's the fact that more than 70% of you that watch these videos you guessed it, aren't actually subscribed to the channel. Let me let you in on a little secret. Did you know that subscribing to this channel is completely free? It doesn't cost a dime. It's not going to get blown over in the wind, and you're not going to find any hidden corners being cut. So if it's not too much to ask, just give that subscribe button a little tap down below, as it does let me know that you guys want to see videos like this and that I should keep creating videos like this. So somebody left a $5 donation on the previous video, and they said, keep these shoddy construction videos coming. I hate opening up my TikTok. It's like the gates of idiot hell come flooding through, so please keep sorting it out for me. Yes, I've noticed that has been a big thing, and honestly, I've struggled with the same problems too. It's very hard to find similar videos, you know, in the same category of what we like to watch: car payments, new construction, restock influencers, you know, new car insanity videos. It takes me hours upon hours upon hours off camera watching TikTok, sorting through and trying to find current content for you guys. So I'm glad you guys appreciate this. And it does mean a lot to me that you leave comments down below so that I can read them. We bought a 50s era ranch style home from family, gutted it and renovated it ourselves. Fixed huge leaks in the roof and a kitchen that lived through a grease fire. Wow. It is now a darling family home that has all new appliances, a huge lot next to downtown, and we only owe $68K on it, 15-year mortgage, and we're only 29 years old. Wow. Old houses are the way to go if you are handy and willing to live in tough conditions for a short period of time. Yeah, let everyone know down in the comments below. Let's come up with some sort of collective reasoning for the best way to be purchasing a home, especially since I would like to be purchasing a home in the very near future, the next maybe 1 to 3 years, I'd like to buy one. So let's figure out the best way to buy one. My dad has always said, you want to get the cheapest house in the nicest area. We have here buying used homes and fixing them up. Well, is that the best way to go? Or can you buy a house that maybe the previous owner had renovated? These are questions that we'd all like answered from you homeowners and realtors and construction workers out there.
All right, just starting this new construction inspection. This bathroom stinks. I don't know why, but I have a guess. Okay.
Oh, hell no.
Thank you for whoever did that. Windows could be sealed.
Oh, hell no. I mean, that's what you get when you're buying a $300,000 home now. No offense to you guys out there, but somebody's going to leave a dookie in there. One of the construction workers is going to drop one in your toilet, and I almost guarantee the water isn't even hooked up. He just left one sitting pretty in there.
A little better.
Big holes
needs to be sealed up better.
More holes for more bugs.
See all the way through that brick veneer.
Isn't it nice to know that once you move into your brand new house, you'll have to clean out someone else's food?
Wow.
From the inside of your
microwave. The builders are using your stuff
before you even use the thing. Believe it or not, some builders actually will put plastic or paper down to protect the floors.
Oh yeah.
And obviously some builders don't care. It's probably stuff.
Yeah, it's probably
scratches the floor, gouges the floor.
That's not good. It's like, it's so terribly done to be spending this much money. What, is it going to leak? It drains outside? Oh, I'm antsy. Oh, I didn't need to see that. I didn't need to see that. Oh. See, here's the thing. You see, buying a house is going to be, for most people, the most expensive and the biggest purchase you will ever make in your lifetime. So it's like, if I'm going to spend what took me, 10, 15 years to save up for, my life savings, and to be putting it in a home, you would think there would be some level of craftsmanship, quality in these homes. But no, they are literally just junk. They're just tossed up. There's no reason to be buying them at all. It's truly a shame. Like, it really is a shame that you no longer can trust most stuff made nowadays. It's all falling apart completely. Taking a you-know-what in my house before me would make me lose it. That's what I'm saying. The audacity, my new construction home, somebody else is going to use the bathroom before I do. Did the workers live in the house for a few days before the sale? Yeah, I mean, the floors looked atrocious. They used the microwave and left a nice present for the homeowners in the bathroom.
2025 new construction. It's a beautiful home,
yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's what a guy like me is here for. So here's what it's going for right now. Let's see what we got.
$1.6 million.
Some thermal expansion in action.
What's with all the cracking?
So there's normal shrinkage cracks.
Shrinkage.
And then there's this. Not the same thing.
Normal shrinkage, I like that word.
Right over here, where we can see this parge coat starting to come off the concrete. That's a foundation crack starting to form. I don't know why they didn't decide to put raised platforms underneath these condensers, but just because something complies with the minimum standard, it doesn't make it a great practice. They're not even level, by the way. This home's got 2 dishwashers. Pretty cool. Be a lot cooler if they both worked, though.
That one doesn't work.
By the way, there is power to this outlet.
All right, everybody drop a comment. What appliances should you avoid and what appliances should you get? Because that is a great thing that he just reminded me of. I live in an apartment complex and my washing machine has broken. The dishwasher has broken and leaked. The microwave seems to be good and the fridge has already broken on me. And this is supposedly a new construction apartment complex, which means these appliances are like brand new. We're talking no more than like 3 years old. And for this stuff to be failing, like GE fridges and LG stuff to be failing this quickly is unbelievable. So again, let's help each other out. What are some good, reliable appliances to go with and what are ones to avoid?
Just to confirm. Well, that's certainly not the safest place to put a hanging light fixture, but hey, they told us it's here, so that makes it okay, right? Anderson windows. These are fairly expensive.
What is it, not closed? No.
You can see that this one's not even lined up. If there's one thing that a flexible gas connector needs, it's slack.
Oh, boy.
Is anybody really surprised at this anymore? You know, it would be one thing if it was just every other rafter, every now and then.
They don't even touch.
But when it's almost every single one.
So what happens, like,
that's a problem.
What's going to happen to these houses in like 10, 15 years? I'd love to see if they're still standing. This part of me believes they're just going to crumble. The house already has the foundation cracking, and then the roof isn't even held together. Like, they're not even leaning on each other for support. The only thing holding it together are a couple of nails. So I had asked in the previous episode what exactly they put on these walls, because it's horrible. And I got an answer for you. The walls aren't sprayed with drywall mud, is what I thought it was. It's called a knockdown finish. It is the cheapest way to finish a wall and hides imperfections. It doesn't belong anywhere, in my opinion, but at best, it should not go beyond the cheap apartment, like this one. A home that is anything above builder grade should not have knockdown finish anywhere. This is actually absurd. That is a great answer, and that is definitely something I'm going to be adding to my list of things to avoid when purchasing a house. If there is knockdown finish like we're seeing here, it is a straight no in my book when it comes to buying it.
So at an 11-month warranty inspection, just getting started, and I can smell gas.
Oh, that's...
Because we have a gas leak.
Now we'll blow the house up.
You can see where I already sprayed it with
Oh, I
soapy
do
water.
see bubbles.
Makes it a lot easier to find the gas leak. And it looks
That's
like
real
this.
safe.
So you can see top and bottom.
And you're also probably going to be paying for that too.
That's why the bubbles are forming.
Check out these new builds. Say you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh, I kind of want a coffee or a drink. Bam, you got the QT right here. Or say you wake up and you're like, oh, I'm kind of hungry for some Mexican food. Bam, Federico's right there.
Location, location, location. Imagine how annoying it is going to be parking at your house. All eyes constantly on you. Like, I would like that the people that are going to be kind of in my general vicinity on my block are, for the most part, like the same people. I don't need it to be like a constant pathway for new people to constantly be driving through, to constantly see my stuff. That's a big red flag to me, to be living, especially across the street from a gas station, when everybody's going to be seeing your business at all times during the day and at all times during the night.
New construction inspection on this $4 million home. Starting off right where this trim meets the brick veneer. Have some gaps. Need to get that all sealed up. This is at the back corner of the foundation. We do have a couple nice cracks that have popped up already.
Right through the brick. $4 million.
This house does have a nice little screened-in patio. We are missing trim at a few spots around the screens.
That's lovely.
This is near the side entry door into the house. And we do have a small piece of exposed wall sheathing over here. These pipes are going to be for the gas furnaces, and the two that are facing down are the intakes. We do want these at least 12 inches from the ground, just so a little bit of snow can't cover them up. This is the makeup air vent, and we should have a screen over this just to stop any critters from getting in.
Oh, are you
kidding me? The master shower, we do have a few shower heads. The hand sprayer has good pressure. First shower head has good pressure, but then it's pretty much non-existent at the last one.
So it's leaking,
just trickling out, even when the other
behind
two
the wall.
Within the same shower stall, we do have this little niche, and the tile is not installed across the top or the bottom of this.
So where is the water going? I'm gathering behind the wall. Like, how do you fix some of these things? Like, he said that the foundation, that brick foundation, was cracking, or maybe it was like concrete that had like a brick finish. Maybe that's what it is. But again, is there a way to repair that? Because it's obviously gonna come back. You know, that crack would be all the way through. So do you do you lift the house up? I have no idea. Do you have to like drill it out and put something in? These are questions that I have that I'd like answered. But cheers to getting through another New Construction Insanity episode. I mean, these houses are just becoming unbearable, the quality and craftsmanship that are going into them. But I appreciate you guys sticking through. Hopefully you can answer some of the questions that I asked down in the comment section below. And if you haven't seen my previous New Construction Insanity episode, I highly recommend you check that out. Otherwise, smash the like button, turn on post notifications, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Peace.